I want to give a huge thanks to PTCGO Store for sponsoring the channel. PTCGO Store is a great website where you can get codes for the Pokemon trading card game online at some of the best prices. Of course, now able to order Sword and Shield base set codes. You can use code CHIP5 at checkout to get 5% off your order, or click the link in my description below. Once again, that is code CHIP5 to get 5% off your order. Thanks, PTCGO Store. What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, where today I'm excited to be recording my first ever video here in my new house, in my new office. I don't have it all quite set up how I want yet, but we're pretty close, so I wanted to kind of get unpacked a bit before I started making videos again, and we're pretty close to being where I want to be with everything. So yes, here we are, and we're going to be looking at Gardevoir and Sylveon, where just last weekend it won its third regionals of the season. That's kind of crazy to me. I don't feel like it's a deck that people have talked about enough to have it qualify as being so good as winning 3 regionals in the single season, but that's where we're at this point, about halfway through things. So definitely a deck to be reckoned with, and a deck that should be commanding a lot more respect than it is getting, I think. So we're going to go ahead and hop into things and talk about all of it. Once again, like I said, this is a deck that got first place at the Brazilian Regionals a couple weekends ago, and Bruno Surman is the player that won the whole tournament with it, so congratulations to Bruno. Awesome stuff. It is super cool accomplishment to be able to say you have won a regionals, and Bruno is one of the players that can indeed say that. So we're going to go ahead and hop into things and talk about this deck, what makes it so good. And this is my third attempt at recording this video, so third time's the charm. Let's make it happen. Gardevoir Sylveon-GX, the 260 HP Fairy type tag team Pokemon with Fairy Song, letting us search our deck for up to 2 Fairy Energy cards and attaching them to our benched Pokemon in any way that we like. So I really like this attack because it's kind of allows our deck to not really care if we go first or second, right? Going first is great. We get to play the first supporter, we get our first energy attachment, but even if we go second, we can pull off a Fairy Song on turn 1 and get 3 energies in play before our opponent has had a chance to attack, which is actually really strong. We've got Kaleidostorm, 150 damage. Move any number of energy from your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way that you like. And then Magical Miracle GX, 200 damage, but if this Pokemon has at least 3 extra Fairy Energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck. So that's really what I think can make Gardevoir Sylveon such a potential threat, is forcing our opponent to go down to 0 cards in hand. They get to draw 1 card, but that's the only card they really have to work with on that turn. And if we can combine this with a Power Plant, we're going to be shutting down basically every deck in the format, it feels like. We've also got the one other Pokemon in the deck. As you can see, only 5 Pokemon in the list, and that 5th Pokemon is going to be Lugia-GX. I like the inclusion of a 2 prize attacker because, you know, there's 6 prize cards, of course, in the Pokemon trading card game, so if our opponent knocks out 2 Gardevoir Sylveons, that's their 6 prizes. We only got to attack with 2 Pokemon throughout the game. But if we attack with Gardevoir Sylveon first, then go into Lugia, then go into Gardevoir Sylveon, they go down to they take 3, then they take 2 more, 5. They've got 1 prize left, and we're swinging with a 260 HP Pokemon, forcing them to knock this out in order to take their last prize card. And you can kind of do that as well with the Island Challenge Amulet. I think this is kind of the biggest innovation that Bruno added to the deck, including a one-of copy of this card. And it kind of allows you to do that same strategy, attacking with 3 Gardevoir Sylveons, though, as opposed to 2 Gardevoirs and 1 Lugia, which can be better since you can tag switch on the Gardevoirs, energy off the Gardevoirs, but you cannot tag switch off of the Lugia. So once the energy gets here, it's kind of stuck until you can Kaleidostorm and move it around in another way. We've got kind of the healing package with a couple of Mallow Lanas. We can get them back with Cynthia and Caitlin. Of course, we do have the one of Great Potion as an option as well. 3 Switch, 3 Reset Stamp, 3 Tag Call. I feel like the rest of this stuff is kind of standard to what we've seen from Gardevoir and Sylveon in this format. Of course, the 4 Greens Exploration and the 3 Coach Trainer, allowing us to draw through our deck. So there is the list. Third time's the charm, guys. Let's click on the correct deck. The first time I tried to record this video, I clicked on the wrong deck, so had to restart then. The second time, I looked over halfway through the video. I'd been recording for 25 minutes, and I didn't have my mic turned on, so There was no audio of me speaking during the game, so hopefully third time's the charm here. And oh my gosh, I've just realized the music volume is too high. I just turned it down, so I'm not starting over. We're gonna commit. We're finishing this thing because I've got other things I gotta take care of today. And so hopefully the music, even though it was a little loud to start with, it's gonna be a little better here on out. So it looks like we're going up against an all fire deck, which, if this is like Chandelure or something like that, it actually could be pretty scary. If they're able to set up, that is one of the decks that can get a one-hit KO on our Gardevoir and Sylveon. So, something to consider for sure. Let's see if we can get an idea of their deck based off of the hand, the mulligan here. Okay, looks like it's actually going to be greens, browns. Okay, so this is also kind of a scary one because they can, you know, take one-hit knockouts. Even on the first turn, potentially could take a one-hit knockout on us, but starting Victini makes that much less likely, so I'm less scared of it now. I think we're just going to have to go with greens to start with, and with this, just grab a Tag Call for sure. And I think that a Chaotic Swell is going to be a good option here. I really want to draw cards with maybe another greens, or Coach Trainer, but we can just Tag Call for a Cynthia and Caitlin, which is pretty good still. And that lets us get this Chaotic Swell in play. Yeah, we'll just go with this. We really want to get down like the Amulet at some point, or be able to mix it up and attack with the Lugia at some point. So all things to consider at this point. And we'll just Tag Call for these things. We can also, of course, get the greens back for turn 3, which is a solid option. And I think we do throw the Swell in play, limit their options as much as possible. Attach to the bench just in case they somehow get a knockout. I think these decks do play like one switch. I'm expecting it to be very difficult for them to knock us out, but I mean, yeah, with them starting Victini, it's basically impossible. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and click done, kick it over to our opponent. Not playing either Energy Spinner, save those off of a stamp or something like that. So I think our strategy here is going to be attack with Gardevoir, attack with like Lugia, and then try to stamp them to 1 and attack with a clean Gardevoir and go from there and hope that's how we can win the game. We did prize our second Chaotic Swell, so we'll want to try and find that if we can. They're going to go ahead and try to bump the stadium. Of course, that does discard the Ultra Space, but now they'll have free reign to get a stadium on the next turn. And they actually should know that they're safe here. They're not in danger of getting knocked out. So even if they don't get another basic, they should be okay. There is a chance they didn't get another basic, though. Worth noting, for sure. And yeah, I mean, we also could, if we get a Magical Miracle on them pretty quickly, that's going to be bad. Magical Miracle plus Swell probably would have been really good, so if we can get the other Swell back out of the deck, that'll be really strong. Fiery Flint's going to find them a bunch of energies here, so they can at least Infinity, but only going to be doing 40 damage. That is one less energy they have to discard with a Fireball Circus. They're going to choose not to do that. I think I would have liked to have seen them go ahead and just hit us, because now they have to discard one more energy from hand to get a knockout here. Okay. So I think we just go attach, and I think we'll just go ahead and Cynthia and Caitlin. Get rid of the Fairy Charm Psychic. Definitely the most useless thing in the hand. Alright, so we've got a custom for next turn. We've got a couple greens as options. Go ahead and attach twice here. Maybe the strat here, as opposed to using the Lugia, is going to be to use that Island Challenge Amulet. You can see that being the way. They're just going to go ahead and get a Blacephalon down. And let's see if they're able to reach for the KO here, or not. We know they had at least 3 fires in hand, so they'll get 2 here. They'll get to attach for turn. And then they need 6 energy to discard from hand. So maybe that's why they didn't do this, is because they want their fire crystals, but I mean, which they can get 3 back because they'll retreat 1 off Victini. I feel like if you weren't going to attack, you shouldn't have even attached to the Victini, though, because now it's just 1 less fire energy you have to attack with. So Yeah, it's just going to be a pass again. I'm totally fine with this. Actually, knocking out Victini is huge because now we don't really... we shouldn't feel worried about that being like a late game option for them. So I think we can just kind of go like greens for a switch. For sure. And maybe the Island Challenge Amulet. Yeah, we do have the Amulet. We could also just get another Tag Call here. I think we'll go ahead and get the Amulet down. Probably on this one. Yeah, we'll go like this. Still have the highest HP thing in the front. But we are ready to go with this one if need be. And we will Kaleidostorm and move one to the back. Yeah. Taking the KO, and we'll move this one here. This doesn't allow for us to get a Magical Miracle off. That's actually a really good top card to get out of the prizes here. I guess if they randomly play like a one of Lysander Labs, that would be really, really, really unfortunate for us. Maybe there's a chance here they whiff the KO. It's kind of what we would like to see happen. But yeah, Green's Exploration means that's pretty unlikely. We could have just moved all the energy to the back, but then they could, you know, Great Catcher potentially off the greens. They've gotten themselves a Welder for the next turn. So we can stamp them to 3 plus knockout, then we can look to stamp them to 1 plus knockout if they do get the KO here. Here comes the Flint. Ooh, okay. I was like, what is this card? It is the old Switch. Did they get rid of a Rosa with that as well? Yep. 4 fires. And they want to go ahead and get 1 down here, I think, is if it's going to allow them to get the knockout. Yeah, so they still will be able to get the KO here, it looks like. Yep, there's 3. But yeah, just taking away this Victini early on was so good for us. Oh, wait. Attacking with this is actually really bad, I just realized. Okay, we need to get a Stadium here and stamp them and hope they don't get the Blown GX. I totally forgot about Burst. Now all they need is 4 energy to knock this out and then get 1 energy on the Blacephalon GX. So we want to be able to try to knock out the Blacephalon GX if that's something that is going to hit the field. We're definitely going to play the Stamp here. That happens every time. We're going to put down this Gardevoir Sylveon. Going to attach to it. They could just Great Catcher 6 fires. If they get it, they get it. Pretty unlikely, I would say. And I think we'll just Coach Trainer here. Yep. That's fine. And we've got Stamp for next turn. Oh, we didn't get the Stadium, though. Oh, wait. We should have greens for a Stadium. What am I doing? Okay, now we could be in big trouble, actually. Yeah, we could definitely be in big trouble here. I should have greens for a Stadium, because that's really all we needed here. Now, if they... I mean, there is a chance he misses a KO. I'm going to go ahead and move all this right here. Actually, yeah, I think that's fine. We'll do it like that. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. Maybe we should have gone 2 and 2. I don't think we're ever going to GX for the full effect this game. I guess if he benches the Blacephalon GX, at some point we can just Customs and Magical Miracle that. But let's see how he drew here off the Stamp. And he is going to go ahead and get the Blown GX. Okay. Yep. But what else do they have in their hands? 3 cards, and then 1 Blacephalon GX, 1 Big Blown. There's 1 Blacephalon GX, 1 Baby Blown. Gonna go ahead and actually put down the Heat Factory. I'm gonna actually have to custom to draw a couple cards. Okay, I like that. There's a Welder. How many fires, though? It is 2. Let's see, does he get a couple Fire Crystals here? There's a Pokégear. If he just has to go for a Blazer, we're kind of okay. I actually should have left 2 here in case he does whiff this KO. Honestly, right? But now we can go greens for... He's gonna cut... He's still digging. Man, I guess he could get there. There's one... Yep. And then if he has one extra fire in hand, that gets him the KO. So that'll let us stamp him to 1 plus knock this out, though. Did he have the 1 fire? Yes, he did. Okay. So, yeah, can be a tough matchup, but here is where we're going to try to go for that stamp to 1 plus knock this thing out. That takes away his immediate win condition. So we have to go greens. I wish we had the Chaotic Swell in deck. We don't. We have to get Power Plant and the custom. I guess we should use Great Catcher while we can. Discarding Spinner. No, we get rid of, like, Switch, Pokégear, because we're not going to switch into anything at this point, most likely. Maybe it's just Pokégear. Maybe Pokégear plus Mallow Lana. Yeah, 1 Mallow. Yeah, I think Switch is potentially more useful than the second Mallow Lana. So we do this. Excuse the dog, if you guys hear that. Stamp to 1. Spinner. Just get it out of the deck. And yeah, we have to GX here for sure. Not attaching because we might want to attach to another one still. There's the Swell. Okay, not over yet. Let's see how what their 1 card got them. They have a ton of fires in the discard, 11 of them, plus 2 fire crystals. There's a Pokégear. Pokégear into greens, I think, gives them the game. If they do have both fire crystals left. But they do fail, and they have 1 fire crystal. If they had hit a greens there, they would have just won the game, assuming they didn't prize their last crystal. So they're going to go ahead and attach, and what is this attack going to be? It's just going to be a Blazer. Their last prize is a fire, so that does... Okay. So wait. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect talk deck. Okay, so we want a Mallow and Lana here, right? We want a Chaotic Swell. Oh, they don't play Heat Factory, right? Or do some of them... I think... Wait, someone... I feel like I saw a list with 1 recently. I think there's no reason not to just throw this down, because they probably only have 1 stadium left if they do have any. So we go Mallow Lana plus Switch. Take the knockout. And then they have... what in hand? 2 fires, right? They have 2 fires in hand. So we go Mallow and Lana. Get rid of this and this. Heal that damage. Switch back. This is probably not done as optimally as it could have been. We did already attach, right? Yeah, we did attach. And so then we'll just go Kaleidostorm. Move 1 to the bench. Did we get there, guys? Definitely can be a tough matchup. Let's see if we got there. They need to top deck Welder, and then they need to Welder into 6 fire energies. Let's see. What was the top deck? It was another Baby Brown. Okay, we win. GG, GG. That was a close one. A really close one. Well played. And yeah, Reset Stamp coming in clutch. We'll get the attachment, the Great Potion for a little bit of BM, and then go for that Kaleidostorm. Good game, good game. Really, really close one as well, down to the wire. And even something that feels like it should be a bad matchup, a 1-prizer that can 1-hit KO our Gardevoir and Sylveons, we end up being able to take down. So let's go ahead and hop back in. We'll grab another one and see what we can make happen in a second game here. Going up against a Lightning, Dark, Metal, and Psychic. What is this going to be? I want to say Pikarom, but what is the Psychic type in Pikarom? Maybe a Mew or a Mimikyu or something like that. I guess it could be just Mewtwo. Yeah, probably just Mewtwo. That's more likely. I'm a little thrown off because I saw Lightning type first, but yeah, if it's Mewtwo, our Psychic Charms are going to just be huge for us. So we got to keep that in mind. And we will click Done. It's gonna be interesting to see if Gardevoir can stay good. Oh, the worst starter. It was bound to happen at some point, guys. It's gonna be interesting to see if Gardevoir Sylveon can stay good in the new set with all the metal support coming out. And of course, no more fairy support being printed after Sword and Shield. They're gonna get 5 cards here. Man, that's a tough one. Pokégear into greens, into Tag Call, into Fairy Charm Psychic. Oh! What is this deck? Is it just Pikarom? Very, very interesting. Alright, well, we definitely want to keep this around. That's pretty important. And we'll just Pokégear. We get a greens. Nice. We'll go ahead and greens. Starting the Lugia is so bad here as well because... excuse me. I guess we take the Cherish Ball since we already started the Lugia. But yeah, starting Lugia is so bad because it's weak to lightning, and it's super easy for them to knock it out quickly. But I guess that can let us stamp them to 1 more quickly. Do we just switch into the Gardevoir Sylveon here? I think we still take this, actually, so that we can get 2 Gardevoirs as opposed to the Cherish. We do already have the Cynthia Caitlin in hand. And we'll go. Am I worried about the knockout here? Not really. They do have a huge hand. We'll go ahead and stamp them since I guess it makes sense to stamp them since we gave them 5 mulligans. I think, do we hold this? If anything, I think it goes here. I think we go like this. Our hand is really weak, though, now. Could be like a Pika Judge variant since they play Zebstrika. Maybe they're relying on Judge and then like they don't care as much about what happens to them since they have Zebstrika. So maybe we get Judged here, get +2 cards. That could definitely be a possibility. Ooh. Magnetic Radar is going to let them get Dedenne, though, most likely. So it is just some sort of Pikarom deck. Did a Pikarom do well that played Zebstrika recently? I'm gonna look. Top 8 in Brazil. He didn't play Zebstrika. Switch. Well, at least we know we're not getting turn 1 attacked. He does play Judge, so we could definitely get judged. Could have reset stamped us. I think that's kind of a misplay there. He definitely should have played that stamp. Just kidding, just kidding. Would have been nice, though. I think a Pikarom got top 4 right in Botchum. Did they play Zebstrika? Kim did not play Zebstrika. So probably just a homebrew list from our opponent here. What do they get with a Volkner, Lightning, and Energy Switch? Okay, so they are looking to attack next turn. We drew a Switch. I think we just go Cynthia and Caitlin. Away the Switch. Actually, getting rid of Switch is like kind of painful here. Let's just get rid of the Great Potion. I kind of hate that too, honestly. We do get the greens back, however. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and Fairy Song. We can get an attack off next turn with the Tag Switch in our hand. If he was to go like all in, full blitz, 6 energies, Pikarom, we could just Lost Purge it, which would be great. Energy Switch plus Lightning. Let's see if they have a Coco Prism in hand. I think Pikarom gets so much better when Quick Ball comes out. It's going to be crazy how much better it gets. 4 Quick Ball, like 3 or 4 Radars. Deck's going to be super good. So there is the Dance of the Ancients, so they will get off the full blitz this turn. Question is, where does the energy go? Because we know they have the Energy Switch. Yep, there it goes. And we do have Tag Call to go get the Mallow Lana. And then we have this one with Fairy Charm. Alright, full blitz, moment of truth. Where's the energy gonna go? It could get a little sticky too. I guess we can go for Tag Call first. I was going to say, if we just try to greens for Energy Spinner, I don't know if our second one is in the deck. They are going to put all of them on the active. Do we just try to go all in with the Tag Purge play now? I think we have to, right? I think there's, like, really not much of a downside to that. I think we take, like, each of these here. No. Maybe just double Mallow Lana. Yeah, we got Coach Trainer to draw cards instead of Cynthia Caitlin. I guess Cynthia Caitlin wants us to get back a piece, so we'll just go like this. Let's see, is the other Energy Spinner in deck? It is, so we can go Switch, we can go greens. We have Switch, we have Tag Switch, we have Energy Spinner out of the deck. And we can Lost Purge right away. That does put all of our energy onto this Lugia, though. But I'm trying to think how they could punish that. I don't know that they really can. I guess we could just get second switch so we can switch back into Gardevoir Sylveon next turn. I mean, we are kind of far away from being able to attack with another Gardevoir, so maybe we just take, like... Oh, wait, we already used our other Energy Spinner, right? This could get kind of dicey. But I feel like if he's doing this, he's got, like, the customs play, right? Like, he's got the play to bring this up and then snipe this on the bench. Maybe we could have Mallow Lana'd instead of what we're doing right now. We'll just go like this, I think, give us the most options on the next turn. Get the Fairy. We go Switch. Tag Switch. 2 energies from this guy. Done. Onto Lugia. I always feel like I'm going to misclick something in those situations. And yeah, we're going to just send this thing and 6 energies straight to the Lost Zone. Bye-bye, Pikarom. And let's see. Oh, they just concede. Let's go. Let's go. Can't deal with the Lost Purge GX. And that is a couple of quick dubs for Gardevoir and Sylveon. You guys can kind of see what makes the deck so strong. I know it took a little while to make my decisions there in that last one, but we're just trying to plan things out and make sure we're doing things correctly. So, congrats again to Bruno on his win. Great accomplishment. Guys, definitely give the list a try. I think it's a very solid, really strong list for Gardevoir Sylveon right now. So, give it a try for yourself. Let me know what you guys think down in those comments down below. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Twitch. I've been streaming a lot more over there, so come hang out with us while we play some Pokemon and some other games and stuff like that. Also, big shout-outs to PTCGO Store, guys. Please don't forget, use code CHIP5 at checkout if you want to get 5% off your order. Now being able to order Sword and Shield cards. Link in the description of all videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here, and until next time, take care.